Oh, God. We have to do a clearing and meditation. Wow, this is amazing. I finally got on my computer, and I hope it's recording the sound. Because before, I couldn't record the sound on my computer, so I had to go through my phone. So this is the first time, and I don't know how long, that I'm actually doing a meditation directly on the computer and not on my phone. So we have a lot to talk about today, but let me clear first, okay? And if you want to hang around for some products I got, I'm going to show them to you. Okay, so get comfy cozy, get something to drink. Yeah, we're clearing our heart chakra today. There's a lot going on in the world, a lot of suffering. A lot of suffering. Like China, half of China's underwater. I was there at 89 when I worked as an acupuncturist in a hospital there for about 6 weeks. It's really funny because 6 weeks is when I was down in the islands too. At one point, working as a teacher ranger. I need to do 6 weeks somewhere again. Actually, I think I need to do 3 months somewhere. But anyway, let's clear the heart. Whatever we don't need, let's breathe in through our nose and out through our feet. Breathe in through our nose and out through our feet. Okay, let's just kind of stretch a little bit. Breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Let's just do this about 3 times. Go slow. And it shouldn't hurt when you do this. If it does, then maybe see an orthopedic doctor or a chiropractor or a massage therapist. So many amazing healers out. They need to bring all these healers together, so we don't have all this separation. That's what I liked when I did my internship in acupuncture down in China, in Shenzhen. That's underwater too. I was glad when I was there, I'll tell you. Okay, we're going to do some Reiki on the heart. Let's just open up the heart chakra. Make sure you can sit up straight too. I like to put a pillow like down by my sacrum. And then we're going to go right into meditation. That's why I couldn't do anything today. I was just told by Spirit I have to do a meditation. There's too much suffering in the world. And now, coming out of China, oh my God. Here, if you need to open up your eyes, you could just massage your eyes a little bit. I mean, our eyes have been probably kind of dry lately. It's been very dry. We haven't had rain here for almost 3 weeks. So I'm the rainmaker. But I fixed my hose yesterday. I put one of those rubber rings in, and now it doesn't leak all over me. I didn't even talk about that. I'm so excited I fixed it. I said, I'll just try it. I bought these rubber rings. I might as well try them. So many things are fake right now. Like I bought this nail file, and it doesn't hardly work. You have to get it where it says Diamond Dub, and I'm going to have to go down to Costco to get it. I mean, CVS to get it, or Walgreens, one of those places. Because you try to file your nails, and it doesn't do anything. It just looks like a nail file, and that was the problem when they were made in China. There was a front and a back. Because I was staying at this hotel when I was doing my acupuncture internship. We had a nice hotel. It was really accommodating. The people there were really nice. I love being in China. I felt like I went home, and that was supposed to be my first incarnation on the planet Earth. Because, we have several incarnations. Alright, I'm going to just do a little on the heart. Yeah, there's always a front and a back. It looks like a product, looks like a file, but it doesn't work. And that was the same thing in that hotel. I went down to take a sauna because dry heat is really good for your skin. I was thinking of putting a dry heat sauna down in my basement. But I went down to the sauna and there was mouse shit all over it. So I said, I'm not going to use that. I should have reported it. They did ask our opinion when we came to the hospital, like what would you change? They were really interested in hearing our feedback, and I really liked that. And nobody said anything. I said, well, you have a fountain outside where people are hacking up phlegm and spitting in it, and little kids are walking around and putting their hands in it and sailing like a little boat. And I said, it's a toxic waste pool. And I said, you need to drain it. You know, maybe plant some plants in there for like a green. I don't. They did drain it though. They listened to me. But now China has COVID back. And they were saying that it's spreading like crazy, like wildfires, because they have all these dams breaking, all these people's homes are underwater. It's a disaster. Okay, so that's why I called us to meditation today. So, yeah, let's go right into meditation. I will do more Reiki. So you might feel your body moving around from your like lower body, and that's okay. If you don't feel anything at all, that's okay. You might feel an adjustment in your neck, and that's okay. So, yeah, I'm hacking up phlegm lately. I'm taking these things to clear my lungs. You might feel like that, especially after these fires. My throat was literally burning. So let's call on the Spirit of God to come over us right now. And when we feel the Spirit of God, we might feel something in our third eye. We might feel something in our feet. It kind of feels like a magnetic, I don't want to say force. Maybe the force be with you. I swear, I have to find that really funny. May the force be with you. Yeah, because when you're in meditation, and you know, some of us stay in meditation all day, and that's okay, because that's like full, what is it called, samadhi, right? Um, but I am, in my experience and in my opinion, it's more of experience than an opinion, I feel it in my feet. And you should feel like this magnetic energy just coming up your feet. I feel that often, and I felt that at this one church that I went to on the south side. I don't know where that church was, but they had an icon in there. And you couldn't even know it was a church. It was hidden behind this like brick facade, right? It was hidden behind this brick facade. And in that church, we had to sit and wait because it was part of the architectural tour and it was based around churches, and I never knew that was going to happen. And in that architectural tour, this is like the last church on the line, um, there was a baptism going on, which is a really good omen. There was a baptism going on. And I was sitting in the pew, beautiful wooden pews, right? And I felt this energy go up my legs. And I said, holy shit. No, I probably said, oh my God, it's the Holy Spirit. You know, because people say, well, how do you know you have the Holy Spirit come over you? Well, because you feel it. I mean, you have to ask God yourself, but this is my communication with God the Father, okay? I really believe, this is what I really believe, unless I experience otherwise, that you feel it in your body and it creates a movement. It creates a dance movement, a buzzing movement. You feel like energy, you know, you feel good healing energy. So the baptism was going on. This might turn out to be a long video. I'm sorry. I know, if you guys just put it on while you're washing the dishes or something, you know, you can listen to me babble on and then you can do the meditation and the healing, right? So the reason I'm telling you this story, okay, because there's been a lot of omens. I've been talking to my friend Mary Ann and we're experiencing a lot of omens. And I just had a cat drag my neighbor. I called my neighbor over. Thank God he was working outside today. But let me go back to that in a minute. So I felt the energy up my legs, right? And I only had like 2 or 3 weeks before my what is it called? When you're a teacher, you get shit, what is that called? You know, they keep you there, right? So you're in this trial period, right? Like at most jobs, right? To see if you work out. So it was almost over for me. And the principal at my school, he was good as an AP, but when he became principal, the power went to his head, and he fired all the women that were pregnant, and he fired all the people that were going to get tenure. And he saw me standing there buying a shirt from Sawyer School on the south side. It was like a $50 shirt. And I was so proud to have that shirt. You know, I just loved my school. I loved the kids. And then I got the pink slip. A twist of events, right? So I felt so bad. I knew this one pregnant lady, and I gave her a card with some money. I don't remember how much. And I said, I feel so sorry for you. I said, I hope you find your dream job. And she says that she wrote me a note back, and she says, if people were as nice as you in the world, we wouldn't have all these problems. Bless her soul. So I hope her and her baby are doing fine. I don't even know who she was anymore. So, you know, it's a really good time to reach out. So this is a time to watch omens. This is a time to feel your energy. So I had this whole discussion with my friend Marianne and Terry. They took me out for my birthday. We had a wonderful time together. I didn't post it. I was just caught up in the moment. It was just so nice. Plus, the table we were sitting at was kind of squishy. Like, I like a bigger place. But it was okay because I think it was supposed to just be an intimate event that we all had together. But I will try to videotape the next event I go to, which will be tomorrow. And I'm going to try out my video camera and my phone. And I noticed that when I bought this kit that you could put the video camera around yourself like this, so when you're driving, it's right on you and it's videotaping. And it listens to your voice at the same time, so I was going to try it. So yeah, so then okay, so I'm going back to this little Thursday dove. So I'm going back to this. So cute. It's kind of waddling down the roof of my neighbor's house. I would like to find that church again. I have to research that. So then I go, there's got to be an icon. So an icon, if you don't know what an icon is, Catholic, in the Catholic Church, each are bone, fragment, skin, hair, something that was left behind by a saint. You know, and I felt the saints, like Jesus always says, the saints were here to help us, right? To grow in virtue and grow in healing. And so I don't mind having what is it called, saint statues in the church. I really feel like reconnect us with our higher selves. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, you're worshiping, you know, an idol," but I don't see it as an idol. I see it as a reminder. You know, because you're praying and worshiping the energy behind the statue, right? So okay, so we're talking about icons, we're talking about omens, right? Okay, so and we are going to do more meditation and Reiki healing. I just don't want to lose my train of thought here. So I go into this other little room. So I noticed there is I think it was St. Christopher, because St. Christopher was carrying the baby Jesus across the water. I don't know how he got to carry the baby Jesus across the water, but wherever that happened, he's carrying the baby Jesus in his arms across the water, and all of a sudden his baby is growing in weight. You know, he's getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And I don't remember the whole story, but you could look that up. Um, and then he realized that the baby he was carrying across, I mean, they had to know this baby was divine. Can you imagine that? I mean, I think all babies are divine. I think all babies. I feel like the temple of God is within us. So we don't need really this outside form. But, you know, sometimes it helps us to connect with our higher self, our divine self, as long as we use it in a righteous way and we don't become like obsessed or violent over it. So I think that certain temples and certain places can help us reconnect, right? But you know we don't want to connect with the evil. You know there's temples out there that do evil, right? So we don't want to connect with them. Like that whole P. Diddy and Epstein. You know, they're literally eating babies and doing blood sacrifices. So let's go into our heart chakra. And people don't want to believe that because it's so ugly. It's so sinful. It's so evil. It's hell. So if you want hell on earth, you can find it here. So the dimensions, a lot of people talk about it, are shifting. We're going from the third to the fifth dimension. And now we're connecting with our intergalactic families. So you might want to think about that and meditate on that. You know, I'm so happy today, and we're going to be talking about this too. We're going to be talking about parasite formulas. Because you have to keep your family safe right now. So yeah, you can focus on your third eye. You might see some light, some crystals there. You know, you have your own light show. We're at whatever level of meditation you're at. You're going to hear sound. And I don't know what you guys experienced last night, but I was up like till, I don't even remember, 3, 4 in the morning. I should have just came down and meditated. I did come down and I prayed for Nolan Wells and his family. There's a lot going on there. It's another Idaho 4. Ugh, many layers. But I like this guy Ringo on YouTube. You should watch him. He's a black guy. I don't know if he's African American or what. He could be Jamaican. Okay, we're going to go a little bit deeper into meditation. I got this. Isn't this pretty? I got this at this event. I meditated with Karunamai. She's one of the women I meditated with. That's when I could still sit on the floor. I gotta get my body together. I gotta go to one of these stretch labs. So yeah, so I'm hacking up a lot of phlegm, and I don't know if you guys are experiencing that. And you know, you want to talk to your doctor first. But I've been taking Dr. Christopher's herbal formula. And this one lady, she one time gave me a pair of these kind of X-rated earrings. I mean, they're beautiful earrings. They're art pieces. But, you know, they're topless. So some people would say they're X-rated, but they're really not. They're really beautiful brass earrings, you know. But the only thing I don't like about them, they have these really sharp connections in your ear. Isn't this pretty? So it's copper, right? They say you're supposed to wear copper. It's supposed to be really good for healing your body. So we're going to do a meditation. And I want to show you these parasite cleanses. Now, wormwood, you have to be careful because it's toxic. But I bought this, and this is my opinion. You need to talk to a doctor, right? Um, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I ordered this online yesterday. It's for gut health, and I thought it had pretty good ingredients. And I did take a half a teaspoon of it today in water. And after you open it, you have to refrigerate it and you have to shake it. Because listen to what it has. Because a lot of your kids are going to go back to school, and a lot of your kids have pinworms. I hate to say it, guys, we have worms. So it's a complex blend of black walnut, wormwood, okay, and um, wormwood, okay, I want you to check out Dr. Axe's wormwood site, the parasite-killing, cancer-fighting super herb, wormwood. It can be very toxic. So, you know, because they put it in absinthe. And they said Van Gogh and what's his name? All these artists got high on this, so be careful. But it combats malaria, it fights cancer cells, it gets rid of parasites. So yeah, I don't know how I could present that. But go to Dr. Axe, Dr. A-X-E, what a good name, right? Chop those parasites out of your body. It has soursop, and I know this from when I lived down in the Caribbean for a while in St. John. Yeah, I probably went up and back there many, many years, over 5 years. It has soursop, which is anti-cancer, and a lot of people don't get cancer down in the islands because they eat soursop. Pumpkin seeds, that must be an extract. Pod arco, garlic, and oregano. So these are all like really good for gut wellness, microbial balance. We're so out of balance right now. Oh my gosh, Lord. Formulated to support your everyday health goals. Immune support. Boy, don't we need that. So it's called Para Defend. Ask your doctor. And you have to shake it before you use it, and it's a half a teaspoon. So I did maybe about a third glass of water or less, and I shook it up, and I put it in the refrigerator last night, and I shook it up and took it this morning. And and I want to go back to that church thing. I felt like my digestion came back. So, you could ask your doctor about it, but that was one of the parasite things I wanted to talk about it. I'll probably talk about it some other websites. And let me go back to and Dr. Christopher is what I use for my lungs. But I think I need to increase it. Although it's getting less. It's getting less. So you can ask your doctor about that too. Because remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not getting any residuals for any of these. But yeah, I still feel that. So if your lungs feel like irritated like mine, yeah, because I was almost thinking, what am I doing, getting walking pneumonia? So I said, you know what, I'm just going to do a cleanse. Clean out my lungs, clean out my large intestine, clean out my digestive system. And then I took 2 squirts of this, cordyceps. I got it in a box. We're going to talk about that too and go back to the church. Isn't this cute? I love when they ship it in something you can recycle. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, right? So they have lion's mane. I should have done this as a premiere, right? Yeah, I love the fact that I can finally get on. Look, I can even make comments. Oh, I like this one. That one's cute. All right. Playing around. I'm learning how to use all this. I had to go down to Best Buy yesterday. So anyway, so this is really good. So you can check it out. Ask your doctor if you have an herbalist. We are still going to do more Reiki and a meditation, okay? I promise you. Lion's mane, which is good for anybody who's losing their mind or can't remember things. I have a lot of friends who have short-term memory right now. I'm not going to say anything to them. They're Shaga. So look those up, but it comes in a nice little box like this. Just thank God it's recyclable. I'm going to have to comment on this. All right, so let me tell you about the one that I did today, which was cordyceps. So I'm going to go over to, I don't know if I switch, close unused applications. All right. I'm going to dismiss this. All right, so let me just close out the wormwood one, right? Yeah, because I already read this, so I'll close that one out. Okay, so let me tell you about the 6 benefits of cordyceps. Okay, 6 benefits. It's a genus. Now, here's a good parasite. So you want to get rid of the bad ones, and you want to put a parasitic fungi in that grows on insect larvae. So that's a tough parasite. It contains various components that may be beneficial to your health in different ways. It increases the body's production of a molecule endocyne triphosphate, ATP, which delivers energy to the muscles. So if you're having muscle weakness, and these are facts, this is science research. I'm not bullshitting here. And then you have a 2024 study. They were given a placebo, you can read that. Aging and skin, better skin. Cancer. Cordyceps has been shown to stop the growth of many types of human cancer cells, including lung, colon, skin, and liver. Leukemia, breast cancer, lung cancer, diabetes, and cholesterol. You know how they want to get you on those statins. Can decrease blood sugar and lipid levels. Heart health. That's a good article. But every time you enter one of these surveys, they want you to do more. Inflammation. We all have inflammation. We all have parasites. All right, so I'm going to close this one. So I'll read the 6 benefits. Okay. I can't believe I got on my Facebook on the computer. This is awesome. All right. And the last thing I want to show you here, let me just have some more of this cordyceps. Wow. Kill those viruses. You know, because cancer is a virus. So if you're sleeping with somebody who has cancer, I'm sorry to say, you're going to get their virus. And now STDs are spreading like crazy. Now, well, it's good that China talked about COVID, but I think we need to shut down transportation to China right now. Isn't this cute? This little girl, Esmeralda, gave me this. I wouldn't mind volunteering to do the book fair. So I've been watching this movie lately. It's been kind of interesting. It's kind of hard to watch at times. You know, it's called Firefly Lane. But it's good. There's really good acting in it. So there's a little sex in it. So, all right. So let me show you the last thing. We're going to get into a meditation here. We need to do a serious meditation for all these fires, all this violence, all this Muslim violence. They hate us. They're haters. And I'm not talking about all Muslims. There's Muslims that are wonderful people. And the food is amazing. And the culture is amazing. But not the way they treat women and animals. There's a sickness there. But they do love the Blessed Virgin Mary. I don't know if they all do. So I got these and I found out, remember I told you I was going to order these? They're so cute. And they're different shapes and sizes. They're made by these artists in Portugal. So I am trying to support ethical products, and I think you guys need to think about that too. Aren't they cute? They're all different heights. So I will have to show you when I put my, what is that called? When I put my postcards in these. I love it. Crafted in Portugal. And they show you pictures of all the artists. So guys, these are the products you want to buy. Yeah. Okay. Alright, yeah, these are the products you want to buy. They're ethical. But I just thought it was cute. See the paper? It's so cute, right? I think it's really cute. They use regular paper. And you know, I recycle a lot of this and I wrap presents with it. So you can actually recycle and put some cute stickers on it, you know? So I like that. I ordered 2 products. I'm proud of myself. They came in recyclable boxes. So they give you different heights. And why did I buy these? Well, I'll have to show them to you. I bought these because, I just love touching cardboard. I know, that's kind of crazy, right? But it's recyclable. It's not all that plastic, people. All right. They show you all the different ones, right? It's just adorable. The whole shipping process. So I do have to talk to these people. I also bought some this is a birthday gift, actually. For my Leo friends. Peridot. And I like these because they have really good clamps on the back. Then you don't lose them. The other ones that are made cheap, they don't they don't last. They put those little rubber things behind them. So you want to also always get Locala. You always want to get good products. You want to support the people that are creating really good products in the world. I like their logo too. I'd like to learn how to do all that. You know, you make a logo for your products. You sell products on your website. And then this one's pretty too. It's called Decadence. Look at this beautiful suede box. Now that's an artist. And look at the little ribbon and you pull it out. Isn't that wild? And out comes a little blue bag. I'm telling you, this is made. See, these are the companies I would order from again. It comes with a little drawer, and it comes with a little cloth inside that you can clean your gemstones. And it even comes with, this is even nicer, I can't believe this came with this. And these are reasonable. We're not talking about hundreds of dollars. You know, I'm talking about probably under $40 I got these for. Wow, I didn't even know this. These have 14 karat gold. Peridot. Peridot for my Leo friends, right? I like these. I wouldn't mind keeping these. They're so cute. So yeah, I like the fact, I mean, still they do use a little bit of plastic. So I think we're becoming more conscious of how much plastic there is in the environment. There's way too much, right? I think I'm going to keep these. I like these. But I'll think about it, because I did buy it for a friend, so. But I may keep them. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're both beautiful earrings, right? So they are. I bought them for gifts. All right. So let me finish talking about the church, a little chapel, and then we're going to do a meditation here. Let me get up here because I want to go out and get some gas in my car. I'm sure the birds want to eat again. They're always eating. Classical Blast is Thursday in Lincolnwood, guys. You want to come to Lincolnwood and look at classical music on Thursday. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might. You know, I might do it because it's like the last bash of the summer, and it blasts rock hits with classical music from composers like Bach, Beethoven, and Mozart. I would love to do that. Okay. So then I go over to this little chapel. Okay, we're going to go into meditation. Go to the little chapel to light these candles, right? But in this little chapel, they don't have candles. They have like these little buttons you push, right? So I lit the first one, didn't light. I left this because I was praying to get a job before my tenure would run out. And then you got to start all over again. It's a stupid system. To me, it's like a very putting the women down type of thing. All right, so then I lit another one, right? Didn't see, these are like omens and symbols. I guess that's kind of, I should have put that in my chat today, that we're talking about omens and symbols. So I hit the third one and it lit up. And the priest came over and put his hand on my shoulder. And he goes, and I go to him, you know, there's really intense energy in here. You know, like he just knew that I knew what I knew, and I felt it, and he felt it. So I would love to find, if I ever find out what it is, I'll let you guys know what church that is. But it's just this little, it's almost like a cave. It's almost like a cave because it has no outside facade. All it has is a brick wall with these little handles. I don't even know if it has a plaque on the outside. So, so that's my story. All right, so we're gonna get itching in the ears. That means there's some spirits around, I think. Or Ashtar, maybe. I was doing an Ashtar meditation last night. Itching in the palm means you're going to inherit some money. So let's open up our ears. Let's kind of massage around the bottom of our ears here. This one, facelift one, where you take your thumbs and you go like this. You press and you pull upwards and breathe in. So it'll help you get started with your meditation. It'll open up your ears channels, and it'll open up your jaw, and it'll help to get rid of this. You'll do that 3 times. Pull up and hold. This should not hurt. Take your thumbs and put it under your jaw, and let's breathe in and push up. Just move down the jawline. And let's just massage around here. See if you have any tension in your jaw. Just kind of take your thumbs and kind of massage. So massage over our gum line, our mandible. Massage your eyes a little bit. Open up your light chakras. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's massage our gums. You can actually make a horrible formula to massage into your gums. I have to look that one up again. I haven't done it yet. There's so much going on right now on a spiritual level. So, okay, so if you're experiencing things on a spiritual level, it might get pretty intense where you can't even get off the couch. And that's okay, you're not depressed. Your body is slowing down so that you could absorb the higher frequencies. Because in America, it's like go, 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 go. So this is the time to have maybe a glass of wine or whatever, talk to your doctor, I don't know, whatever you do to get you to relax, and just kind of go on the couch and absorb all the healing energy that's coming down. I mean, no way am I pushing alcohol because I hardly ever drink anything anymore. So this is the time to purify our bodies and heal our bodies because we need to cleanse before we can absorb all that light. So yeah, who wants to have parasites? Shoot, that's why I bought that formula. And I'm so glad I felt it right in my digestive system. So yeah, you might feel yourself moving or not moving at all during meditation. So let's visualize right now what we want to place the healing and the light upon on our planet. Well, definitely China. China's really suffering right now. I mean, the whole world is suffering right now. Canada, China, the earthquake in Texas. I mean, it's just going on everywhere. The East Coast. And there's a big storm coming on Monday through the Midwest. And the South is being hit. So I don't know, my prayers go out to the entire world. The wind, the water, the earth, the fire, the ethers. So as your energy flows, you're going to feel it like into that golden spiral of energy in your being. So, and you can do a mudra. Like I said, feel where you feel the most energy in the mudra, because they change depending on where your healing is for the day. So as you're clearing out and as you're focusing on healing the world, you're being healed too. And put your focus on good stories. Don't put your focus always on all the evil in the world. Be careful of letting that into your spirit. And like I said, you might feel your energies vibrate in your fingers and your feet. And then if you entertain an idea in your third eye, just look at it and say thank you for sharing and allow it to move on. Try to come to a place of rest where your mind is not jumping all over the place like the monkeys in the tree, like that book. I love that book. That was such a cool book. About all the monkeys. Guy, he's selling hats, right? And he has these hats all piled up on his head. And one by one, he falls asleep under the tree, and a monkey take all the berets, and the monkeys in the tree. The monkeys are in the tree with all his berets. And monkey, give me my hats back. And they just make fun of him, right? So that's a cute story. All right, let's go into our meditation. So yeah, so when you get those ideas in your brain, just allow them to flow out right now. You can focus on your heart chakra, you can focus on your third eye. You can just focus on the light being all over your room. You know, we talk about the violet light and the golden light and the pink and the green and the yellow light. And you might be attracted to a different color every day. So I'm glad you guys can meditate with me today because I was really called to meditation. It's like I can't do anything else sometimes until I meditate. So I guess this is my service and I really can't be lazy about it. Isn't that why we study something? We study something so that we can perfect, so that we can become good at it, right? At what we do to serve the world. So listen and watch the omens around you. Sometimes they're not pleasant. Sometimes they're not pleasant. And I don't know if I'm going to speak about this experience I had today, looking out my door and seeing what I saw. I think we're going to be facing some challenges in the world. Although it was a gift from a cat. And I guess this golden cat lives around here. Maybe that's why we haven't seen any rats. So I do see this cat. I'm going to maybe put a cat house out in my backyard. And he's an outdoor cat. And but he brought me, or she brought me, and I know my friend Charlotte talks about this all the time. Okay, I have to share this gross experience. If you don't want to hear it, you needed to get off YouTube right now. Censored. I mean, I've never had this experience before. And I opened up my door because I'm waiting for these deliveries, right? And rested soul were these. I couldn't even make out what it was. There's like 25 flies all over it, and they're eating it because it's kind of like the inside of an animal. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, "Hi, little birdie. Hi. What is this? What is this thing? What is this inside of the animal, right?" What kind of animal? So I'm like, "Oh my God, that's so disgusting. What am I going to do?" And I know I'm getting these packages delivered, right? So I have to get rid of this before these packages come. I'm going to gross somebody out. I mean, it looked like somebody took a doogie in the front of my door on this rubber. Thank God it was on a rubber mat. Thank God it was on a rubber mat. So I go outside to feed the birds, and luckily my wonderful neighbor Stu was outside cutting things, right? And I bought these like work gloves for him with leather. They're beautiful, beautiful. I got him a large. He loved them, and they look so good on him. And he says, "Now I have to go get my tuxedo." He's so funny. I told him, "You're so funny." So yeah, I got him these gloves. They're amazing, and because they're leather, you're not going to get thorns through them. They protect your hands, and they go all the way up. Because he has a lot of bushes that he cuts. So I go, "Stu, I want you to look at something, and I have something for you." So I gave him the gloves, and I had him look at I first had him look at what was outside because I had to get it removed. And I said, "Let's just get a garbage bag and put the whole thing. I don't even want the mat." He said, "We can wash it off." I go, "I don't want it." So we rolled up the whole thing like a burrito. We put it in a plastic bag, and he says, "Let's double plastic it." And I said, "Okay, let's do that." So then we double bagged it, and I said, "What do you think it is?" Because I've never seen anything like this. It was grossing me out. So he says, "I think it's the inside of a squirrel." And I said, "Really?" And I said, "Wow." Well, I said, "A rabbit died, now a squirrel died. I mean," he says, "Well, there's a cat going around." So, and according to my friend Charlotte, the cats they'll attack and eat when they're hungry, right? Because they're wild. It's a wild cat. So I swear, if I see this cat, I'm going to put a little house outside for it and feed it. Because that means it's monitoring. He says, "Yeah, I've seen it in a couple of yards." So this cat is like my eagle. The animals are protecting your space. The animals will protect our space. So I really feel that when you're in the spirit of God, you're going to be protected, no matter how bad it is. So bless his heart. He helped me remove this because I didn't even know how I was going to do it. I mean, I could see myself trying to pick it up and with my walker, and it just was insane. So then he helped me cut down some things around my bushes too. He's a good man. So pray for the good people in your life, right? Let's pray for the good people in our life, not just all the disasters. Okay, so yeah, because what time does the concert start? I think this concert I want to go to, 7 p.m. So yeah, let's pray. I probably should have taken a picture and posted it, but I don't know. It's just grossed me out too much. I couldn't do it. I like to post beautiful things, but at least you would know what it would look like if you saw like an animal like that, right? Because like I said, I've never seen that before. See, and I still get belching. Belching is a sign of parasites too. Lack of appetite, belching. So I have a lot of those symptoms. The phlegm in the lung. So I had to order these medicines, and then you can look these up yourself. We're going to do a little more meditation here. Um, like I said, lion's mane is really good for the brain. Look it up. Ask your doctors, because I'm no way prescribing this. I'm an acupuncturist. But I have studied herbs, and I did study these chaga. I forgot what chaga was for. Cordyceps, so that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, take care of your health. Take care of your family. Stock up on some stuff like shampoos and toilet papers and stuff like that and batteries. All right, we're going to do a little bit more meditation. Allow your body to vibrate. Yeah, so just visualize this beautiful um, beautiful white energy around you. Crystal energy. If you want to get a crystal, get a crystal. And then you can place your hand on any part of your body that's bothering you. And just ask for healing. I did that with my hip yesterday. The pain went away. I was getting some discomfort. It was gone. I mean, it's fun when it works like that, right? But man, I just could not fall asleep. The energy was so high last night. Yeah, the energy shift that's occurring in our bodies is getting stronger. Let me ask Ashtar to come through. I think I have to invite him in. Take care of our oceans. They are scooping out the plastic, but he agrees with me that we could take the plastic and dump it in an active volcano, and it's the best incinerator on the planet. I've said this before. And my prediction came right, too. He said, thank you for that. A lot of people are going to be leaving these European countries and moving to the United States. It's a good idea to move to higher ground and away from the oceans and the lakes. And allow love to come into your life. If you've been feeling lonely and sad, allow new friendships to, what is it called? To come about, right? Because no one should be feeling lonely. There's too many beautiful people in the world. Align yourself with people who share interests like you. Like if you're interested in astrology, maybe be with astrology people. You know, I got to sign up for this photo class. I don't know what kind of camera to get, but I need to sign up for it. I should do it today. So do things that bring joy to your heart. Do things that bring joy to others. Because it's not always about us. It's not always about what I want, what I need. You know, how people are treating me. Although that is important, how you're treated by other people. But it's also about service, right? Like Dylan said, you got to serve someone. You got to serve someone. You may say that you may serve the devil or you may serve the Lord, but you got to serve someone. So with that, I leave you, peeps. Stay in your heart. Put some comments in the chat box. And have a wonderful Friday.